On this episode of the Fresh Beef Podcast, we continue our examination of the culture of internet commenting.
Amazon user Cece purchased a box of crickets, which turned into a giant can of worms.
I opened the box and immediately I realized everything was different. My room was completely covered in monsters.
We're talking about all that and more on this episode of
Fresh Beef
with Dave and Jeremy.
Welcome to Fresh Beef, the podcast where we contact disgruntled internet types.
And give them a chance to air their grievances.
That's right. That's why we're here. We're trying to make the world a slightly better place.
One podcast episode at a time.
That's right. There's a lot of things I think we can learn from these, and I'm excited to get into this one specifically because it has something that I very strongly dislike, and that's bugs.
Yeah. I have to say, as a New York resident, I devote a lot of energy to eliminating the bugs in my apartment. And so in this case, it's hard for me to wrap my head around someone who's actually gone out of their way to acquire bugs,
Right.
but I think that's what's going on here.
Right, yeah. We'll be talking to Amazon reviewer Cece. This person apparently went on Amazon and bought 1,000 live crickets. Now, I know what you're thinking immediately. How could this go wrong? Well, yeah, I think we all know how it could go wrong.
How could that go wrong?
Right.
Yeah, this seems like a disaster. But we've got them on the line, so I'm curious to hear what's going on with this one.
Let's get into it. Hello, is this Amazon reviewer Cece?
Hey, yeah, this is Cece. How you doing?
Oh, good, Cece. This is Jeremy, and
This is Dave.
we're from the Fresh Beef Podcast. How are you doing today?
You know, I'm not doing great. I wish I could say that I was doing great, but I'm not.
I do have to just right off the bat mention it's pretty loud in the background there. There's a
Yeah, you know, I tried to find a place as quiet as I could. This is the best we're going to be able to do. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, where are you right now? You're in your home, I'm presuming, because of the crickets and the review.
Yeah. I am in a crawl space under my stairs.
Great.
Oh my God.
That sounds terrifying. Well, before we get to that, let's just do a sort of a rundown. You made a comment, review on Amazon for 1,000 live crickets, 1-inch crickets. Basically, you're saying that the package caused an infestation in your house, which we can hear. Just wondering, sort of, is CC your real name? We just want to get a little background. Is CC your real name? Would you tell us where you live? All that sort of stuff.
Okay, Cece is my real name.
Huh.
I live in Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City. Great ribs.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
There's good ribs there, I hear.
Delicious ribs.
Yeah, great ribs. I would say we get the best barbecue sauce in America.
Oh,
A lot of folks want to go with the vinegar base of the Carolinas. No way.
right,
No way. I want the thicker stuff.
right.
You're only going to get that in Kansas City.
Right.
You can save your Texas rubs. No, thank you. I want a sauce.
You want the sauce? Yeah. No, I get you.
Can you describe the first moment when you opened the package? What that was like?
Okay. How can I describe this? Do you remember the shock you felt the first time you saw Trinity in the Matrix jump and stay in the air when the camera spun around her?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's an iconic
That's what
moment.
I felt.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I opened the door and immediately I realized everything was different. I opened the box and everything was different.
Your life had changed.
Absolutely. Undeniably for the worst and immediately.
Bullet time, I believe that's called. So,
Yeah.
Bullet time, yeah.
yeah. So you slipped into a bullet time scenario.
Yeah. And I see these. I see that there's no box. Or there's no smaller box, no smaller container.
Right.
I go to try to close the box, but it's too late. These little guys are already coming out.
Oh my God.
And as quickly as I brought the box to my room was completely covered in monsters.
Oh.
Wow.
I opened the door to try to run out. These guys sprint past me with unbelievable speed. They go everywhere.
Yeah.
That's when the screams start. That's when my roommate's screams start.
Right.
and I knew I had fucked up.
Is this a general occurrence? I mean, has he been screaming since you left this comment?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I can't
Oh, wow.
predict when the screams will happen, but they do happen and they don't stop.
Right.
Oh, so I assume you have a pet, or is it a snake? What do you have that led you to get these crickets?
Yeah, I've got 12 snakes.
Wow.
12 snakes.
12 snakes.
Holy moly!
Wow.
Does 12 does that qualify as animal hoarding?
Oh.
I don't know what
Some
the
people
threshold
believe
is.
That is, yeah. Some people do believe that any more than 8 of the same animal is considered hoarding.
Wow.
Is that your impression?
I don't subscribe to that.
Well, I think we're getting a clearer picture of to why you would buy 1,000 live crickets, the large 1 inch. Why?
Yeah.
Are there different size crickets? Do you? I mean, this is a very specific order you placed for 1 inch crickets.
Are they what? I'm sorry?
Well, you ordered 1,000 live large 1 inch crickets. It's a very specific
Yes.
order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wondering if there's a reason for that. I mean, is it because of the size of the snakes?
Yeah. What kind of snakes are these?
I don't know. This guy kind of just comes to town every so often, and he's got a couple different animals. I always buy a snake if he has it.
Wow. So this is
I'm not terribly well versed in style of snake.
right.
I know one of them, like they all look cool. If
Oh,
you can
right.
tell what kind of snake that is.
So you get this is like a reoccurring thing. Are you in like the Snake of the Month club?
Somewhat, but this guy doesn't always have snakes. He always comes. Sometimes he's got snakes. Sometimes he's got, like steer and cattle.
Wow.
Sometimes he has sub-automatic machine guns.
Wow.
Sometimes it's black tar heroin. Sometimes he's kind of just like, it's really like a crapshoot. It is like one of those like junk boxes where you don't know what you're going to get.
So he just rolls up and it's like a flea
He
market.
just rolls up, and if he's got what you want, then congrats.
Well, that itself is kind of terrifying. I don't, I understand that your love of snakes, but wow, I think it sort of sounds like an old timey elixir stand. He just blows into town.
A little bit, yeah. It's similar to that. Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well let's get into this a little deeper. So, you're full on. I mean, the sound is increasing. I mean, the crickets. It seem like they're everywhere. Do you?
Yeah, I was afraid that they would breed, and I believe that's what's happening. They are breeding, and they are growing. They are bigger.
So they're not
The new
1
ones
inch.
are bigger.
Oh wow.
Not anymore. Well, the 1 inches are still around, but they are definitely quickly becoming relics of the past.
Right.
New guys are mean, and they're big, and they're smart.
Now you say in here that they're sort of everywhere. They're in your underwear drawer. They're on your toothbrush,
Yeah.
which for me especially, I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so that just talking about grosses me out.
These little guys are learning how to make pancakes, and I can't even use my stove anymore.
Pancakes?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that they are learning how to make other things, but I see them eating pancakes more than anything else.
Do you fear your life? Do you fear that they're becoming sort of a more intelligent species than originally, when they were originally shipped to you?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel for you. I mean, wow. Let me ask you about the excrement. Is this sort of it says they excrete everywhere. I'm not really versed in what cricket excrete looks like or how that's adding to the nightmare that is your life.
Okay, it's the consistency of honey,
Wow.
Oh.
but just a little darker than that. So similar to what the mosquitoes were kept in the original Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that? Yeah, that's
I
kind
do.
of what I'm seeing everywhere. Everywhere, my walls are coated in this stuff. It's so hard to wash off. It's so sticky and thick.
It sounds like your life is a bit like a Saw movie with crickets.
No, I don't have to cut my arm off or anything.
Yet. You don't have to cut your arm off
Yeah, I mean,
yet.
if these guys start asking, I am afraid that they're going to learn English.
Oof.
I would much prefer to just be out of this situation.
Okay.
Right.
I wish I didn't even like snakes anymore.
Okay.
Wow. So this infestation has taken something you loved, stripped it, completely stripped it of meaning.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we definitely feel your pain. We want to help. That's the whole point of this.
Okay, yeah, well, you keep saying that. How? How are you going to help me?
Well,
Are you going to come here? Are you going to blow up my whole house? Because that's the only way that I can see anything stopping these monsters.
Well, typically what we do is, we have these sort of three concepts of what we can do to help. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
we want to pitch these
Okay.
three things to you. First of all, we're thinking maybe we'll put a Craigslist ad in your area for a malnourished lizard. I know in your comment you said that there was you would have to rent 100 lizards. We think if it's one malnourished lizard, it might be able to at least put a dent. Enough for you to get out of there.
You think that, but the thing is, if it's malnourished, it's probably not at full strength. And I feel like we're going to need something that's full strength for this kind of job.
All right. So you're
That's a
not
good
leaning towards that one.
That's a
Gotcha.
good point. That's a good point. This is something you had suggested, but maybe we can get in touch with the manufacturer and get a warning on the package for future.
Right.
I mean, that
for
won't.
future people,
Yeah.
I would hate for anybody to go through what I went through,
Right.
what I'm going through.
Right.
Yeah.
My life is hell right now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, we understand. We get it from this whole conversation. One of the other things. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Boy in the Bubble. We could do some sort of a bubble suit. You know what I mean? We could. I'm sure they have something like that on Amazon. We'd love to ship you, or at least keep them off of you. You know what I mean? Keep them sort of at bay until you can move out of there and start your own cricket-free life.
I'm having trouble following that one.
Okay, well, it's sort of more of a protective suit. You know what I mean? So that you
Okay,
wouldn't be
gotcha.
exposed to the elements. It'd be a little less terrifying. You'd still be in it, obviously, but
Yeah.
And it'd be hard for me to find love.
that
It'd
we
be hard for me to
didn't.
connect intimately with anybody.
That we didn't take into account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Right.
I'm thinking just maybe this, I don't know. You might also just want to consider moving out and right now and just
No.
starting clean.
I
I
mean-
mean, I know you got two more months left
2 more months
there.
on the leave.
The guy's got a baker's dozen of snakes. He's got a roommate that he cares about. Like, how can he just up and leave?
I'm just thinking like a clean start might be the way to go here.
Well, there's sort of some of the options that we can accomplish. I don't know if any of those sort of pique your interest. We'd love to help you out in any way we can.
Well, I'd be down to move if I can get my deposit back, but I can't move early and get my deposit back.
Okay, interesting. What's your deposit?
$6,000.
Okay,
Okay.
that's tough.
Could do a Kickstarter maybe.
We could do a Kickstarter. I mean, that would solve a lot of problems. Buy you some sort of Tupperware containers for all the snakes to get you out of there.
That would be great.
Okay, so what about this? What if we started a Kickstarter to get these, to get your deposit back so that you can start a fresh new life? How about that? What do you think about that?
That doesn't sound bad.
Okay. I mean, we're here to help. If you think that's going to help, if that's going to help you survive, get you out
I
a
mean,
little
of
sooner.
course it would help. Anything would help,
Right. Right,
But the thing is, I've been living in hell.
Yeah.
I need something.
right.
Yeah.
Wow, that roommate is
we-
just screaming back
Oh God, that's awful.
there. Oh, okay. Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a little campaign for you, and we're gonna try to get you out of this horrible existence that you've inadvertently created for yourself, and hoping that you can live a happy life after this, cricket free.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and thank you for sharing your story, and we really appreciate you coming on and being vulnerable, even more vulnerable, considering the situation, and we hope we helped in a little bit.
You did, a little bit, but just a little bit.
Right.
But it was help.
Right.
Okay, that's great to hear.
And we'll let you know. We'll let you know how the campaign goes. If you, if you got a Twitter, go ahead and share it. We'll put it up on the Fresh Beef Cast Twitter account. And
No, I don't really like to use the internet at all.
right,
Because last time I did, I wound up getting 1,000 crickets.
Right.
good point.
Right.
Yeah, that's a very
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got you. We're gonna take care of this. We're gonna try to make your life a little better.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and
Yes.
Thank you.
we hope you can get through this, and we're gonna do our best. We are going to do our best.
Yeah. Hang in there for now.
I'll try.
Keep your head up, CC.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much.
Talk to you later. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, don't. Yeah, there's going to be a later.
Okay.
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 Bye-bye now.
CC.
We talked about being terrified of bugs, but like I cannot imagine the hells he's living through, and I hope we can really make this Kickstarter work for him. Really, seriously, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, the dude was on a phone call underneath his stairs because his house is infested and his roommate is just screaming uncontrollably.
Yeah, but I feel bad for him too. I personally would have thought he would have had a thicker skin for someone who owned 12 snakes, but I still sympathize.
Yeah, but he has thick skin with 12 snakes who are now, like courting with the crickets. So it's like he doesn't know who to trust anymore.
Right, the alliance.
The alliance, man.
There's a lot of backstabbing going on.
Yeah, it just sounds terrible.
Yeah,
it's just. But I hope what we did, we can help him get out of there a little sooner, and hopefully his roommate doesn't, slit his throat in the middle of the night or something. I don't know. He sounds like a lunatic.
I hope he gets at least get some good pancakes out of the deal.
I'm not sure if they share with him. Did you gather that from the phone call? Sounds like he's on the outside looking in a little bit.
That's true.
From this whole situation. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. We're glad that you checked this out and hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Fresh Beef with Dave and Jeremy stars us,
David Brenner.
and Jeremy Balon.
For more information on the podcast, you can visit our website at freshbeefpodcast.com.
Or on Twitter at Fresh Beefcast, or give us a look on Facebook at facebook.com/freshbeefpodcast.
And if after listening to this episode you now have beef with us,
Which is very possible and very meta.
head on over to Yelp and search for Fresh Beef Podcast Brooklyn and do your worst.
Do it. Thanks for listening.